Audibles. Man, it's almost the end of the season already. That's Eric Sorensen. That's Jordan Ham. I'm Jared Cullen. Lots to talk about this week. Jordan, let's throw it straight to you. You saw a huge game between Chandler and Perry. The guys that stood out in that game were?
Johnny Johnson. The running backs looked great for Chandler, as always, but Johnny Johnson is a guy that I think doesn't get as much credit as he should. He's their number one receiver right now, and Chandler has had this history of having a number one guy with a number two waiting in the wings. A few years ago, it was Justin Jan and N'Keal Harry. N'Keal becomes the number one, and then we see what he's doing on Saturday nights, just murdering Pac-12 defenses. And then you had Colby Taylor last year. He got hurt, so Johnny was able to step in. He's having a great year. And then you complement him with Gunnar Romney, and their numbers are almost identical. But Johnson's done a great job stepping up, making big plays, really spreading the field for Jacob Conover.
He's committed to UNLV, so a great get for the Runnin' Rebels. Eric, how about you? You saw a very exciting game last weekend between the Mesa rivals.
The Battle of Brown Road. It's the first time I saw Mountain View take on Red Mountain. Wheeler Harris, the senior quarterback, 6'3", 205-pounder for the Toros, had a huge game. 405 yards passing, 4 passing touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. First-year coach Mike Fells came in from Ohio. He's put in the spread offense, and with Curtis Hodges and some of those skill players, the Toros are really starting to click.
It really seems like Wheeler Harris is really kind of underserved. He's a very talented quarterback, and 2 years now he's had nice seasons for the Toros. I want to talk about some stat fillers this week, guys. Let's start with Solomon Enos. I've been talking about this guy maybe too much of late. He's just blown me away with the type of talent that he is. I caught up and I went to North Canyon last week. I got to catch up with him along with some of his teammates. Enos is being moved to running back and also quarterback for Wildcat packages because teams are double and triple teaming him every week when they play North Canyon. And so they need to get him the football. That's what Coach Lucera is doing. Well, because of that, he now leads the team in rushing and receiving. 1,400 total yards on the season if you include kick returns and 14 total touchdowns.
Wow.
Also, the little nugget, Austin Jackson, we talk about him as an offensive lineman. He has 24 tackles for loss this season on the defensive line. So he has been great. I also want to talk about Drayson Hall, the running back for Higley. We always talk about the air raid offense for the Higley Knights. Mason Crossland has put up video game numbers for years. Bryce Gilbert, one of the most talented tight ends in the state. But Hall leads the entire state in rushing. He is just under 1,500 yards rushing on the season, 208 yards per game, and averaging 9.2 yards per carry. He has been an absolute machine for the Knights, a team that I know you're going to be checking out this weekend, Eric.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Crossland as Higley makes the trek all the way from the far East Valley to the West Valley, take on Cactus, and Mahal Lee, someone you've seen, Jordan, a couple times. Looking forward to catching those two quarterbacks.
And then maybe the premier game of this weekend, Jordan, you're going to be heading to that one. That's going to be between Desert Ridge and Mountain Point. Mountain Point dealing with the injury bug a little bit.
Yeah, they have some key injuries on the offensive side of the ball. Their quarterback, Noah Grover, he had a knee injury. We're not sure the extent of that, but it seems like he's going to be out along with some other ones. But Norris Vaughn very much has a system. He has playmakers all around, and the depth on that team is unbelievable. And then on the Desert Ridge side, it seems like every year they make a deep playoff run, but the following year it's always someone kind of riding off Desert Ridge, and they're always sort of under the radar. But Jeremy Hathcock always has a very solid team, a great defense. So this is going to be a heavyweight battle between two teams in 6A.
Yeah, it should be a fun one to catch. That's it for this week's edition of AZ Audibles. Again, that's Eric, that's Jordan, I'm Jared on Sports360AZ.com.